Hi yogis, welcome to a gentle, easy flow. Today you are going to have the opportunity to use blocks and also a bolster. If you don't have those things, you can roll up a blanket and you can kind of make it like a folded in a tube the long way underneath your spine to get started today. So there's other things you can do if you don't have the props. If you do have blocks, I want you to set them up this way. This first block is the long way. It's like a toaster. I always call it the toaster way. And then the second block, I actually have two here, two mini ones. The second block is nice and tall and flat. So you can adjust that one as need be. We're going to start in a heart opener on our backs. So come down. This first block, you want it to rest kind of right at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. There's a sweet spot in there. If this is new to you, just kind of wiggle around until you feel supported. As you lay your head back, the second block becomes a pillow. Now, if you're just rolling a blanket up, you can just roll the blanket up, place it below the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, and then let your head rest on the ground. Arms will gently come out to the sides, palms turning up. The easiest for your lower back is just to bend your knees and have the soles of your feet on the ground. If you feel like you want to straighten the legs, you're more than welcome to do that. Or another favorite option is to place the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. Once you've found your position, close your eyes. Start to tune into your breath, arriving fully to your practice today. Showing up is sometimes the hardest part. All we have to do is be present. As you gently deepen your breath, observe the inhales and the exhales. This is a very exposed position for the heart. It's a great place to go if you have to work on letting something go. And just breathing into being open. It's a very vulnerable position for the body, right? Especially if your feet are together, your knees are wide. Take a moment, set an intention for what you want to get out of today's practice. Maybe it's just one word like strength or calm, clarity. Allow yourself to settle in. If you wish, you can change the position of your arms. One of my favorites is to grab across for opposite elbows and bring the arms over the head. It's going to intensify things. If your head is on a block and you feel like you want to open your throat more, consider dropping the block to a lower position. And in a more advanced place, even removing the block. Make sure your neck feels safe. As you take a little bit more time here, feel the shoulders opening, the back, the chest. Try taking your arms across your chest with one arm on top of the other, and letting your hands dangle off to either side, and rock a little bit side to side, letting the sharp edge of the block massage your back body. And then just simply switch which arm is on top. A little bit more movement here. Last couple breaths, any position of the arms that feels right. I'm going to try goal posting my arms and just kind of letting them hang. Feeling an amazing stretch across the pec muscles and the armpits even. Relax your face while you're here, your jaw. All right, beautiful. Take your hands down to the outer knees if the knees are wide. Help the knees together. Use your elbows below you, prop off onto one side. You're going to move your blocks off to the side so they're out of your way. And then you're just coming flat onto your back. So as you move your blocks off, knees into chest, rock gently side to side, massaging your back. And let's take a gentle 2-knee twist so both knees fall towards the right. Left shoulder draws down to the ground in a goalpost, or if you have space, you can stretch the arm out. I like to place my right hand on top of my top left knee just to kind of hold my knees in place. The knees might stagger a little bit, that's okay. Try to keep both shoulders rooted down here. Let your spine rinse out. If you're holding on to any excess stress today, this is the place to release the tension. Beautiful. Use your core to move your knees back to center. And just gently switch sides, so right shoulder anchors down, knees will go towards left. As the knees go to the left, draw down through the right shoulder. Again, you can hold your top right knee down with your left hand to go a little deeper. This shouldn't be like the deepest twist you've ever done, just kind of letting your body rinse out. I'm always so amazed that one side can feel quite different from the other. Just observe what you're feeling. All right, use your core to bring your knees back to center. We're going to rock and roll up and down the length of the spine here. If that doesn't feel good in your body for whatever reason, rock off to one side. Come on up to a seated space, cross your legs. Feet are lined up together in front of you, so they're not tucked underneath your legs here. Hands onto your knees. Inhale, heart across right thigh, chest sweeps forward for Sufi rolls. Exhale, circle around the back. Inhale as you come forward. And again, exhale around the back. Close your eyes here. Move to the rhythm of your breath. Let your spine and hips unwind. You can get into more of the neck and shoulders here. Muscles in your face are relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. Hands are relaxed. As you come around, next time switch directions. Get the kinks out. This always feels so good for my lower back and my hips. Each circle gets a little smaller than the previous, winding up to a taller, stiller spine. Beautiful. When you get there, just shrug your shoulders up. Inhale and let it go. That felt good. Let's do that one more time. Shrug shoulders up. Let it go. Take your hands, interlace them at your lower back. Open up through your chest. And just gently start to do little half circles with your head, rocking from side to side. Releasing tension around the neck. Ooh. I don't know if you guys could hear that little popping, but I did have a good one. That can happen. And then find just a spot that feels really good to release and take 3 breaths there. Your spot's going to be different than my spot. All right, find one more spot. Once you find it, pause, just take a couple breaths. And then center the chin to the chest, release your hands, shake out your wrists. Make a fist with your hands and roll your wrists. It's super, super simple until I say go the other direction. And I don't care how many times I've done this, it's still super awkward. Beautiful. Take your hands out to the sides like you're going to push 2 walls away from you so your wrists are really flexed. Ooh, straighten your arms why is this such a deep stretch? I'm so amazed. So pressing through the heel of your hands, and then you're going to curl down your fingers one at a time. So let's do it together. Pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, wrist down. And then hands back up, flare your fingers. Let's do that again. Pinky ring, middle index, thumb, wrist down. Last time, press your hands, spread your fingers even wider. Pinky ring, middle index, thumb, wrist down. Good. Hands press out last time, spread your fingers. Shake out your wrists. Amazing how that feels like a deep stretch. Move on to your hands and your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let's do some cat-cow. So melt your heart, gaze forward, throat is open here. Exhale, round. Head releases heavy. Pull the navel up and in to support your lower back. Inhale, melt your heart. Widen across your collarbone. Spread your fingers. You can even spread your toes if you like. Exhale, round. 3 more like that. Inhale. And round. Exhale. Inhale, melting heart. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Find neutral in your spine. We'll sit our hips back towards our heels and find a child's pose. So as you come into your first child's pose of the day, arms reach forward, forehead to the earth, hips back towards heels. Relax your elbows, your shoulders. Find a sense of stillness, a sense of bowing to the earth, resting your body. And then just picture the center of your forehead, whether it's connected to the ground or maybe you have your hands stacked under your forehead. Any tension that's in your mind today, this little tiny hole opens up in your forehead and you dump all that you can't handle, all that's causing stress, down into your mat, down into the earth. Knowing that the earth can take on all that crap. So it's a mental dump. Release the stress, release the tension. Pause for a couple more breaths. Beautiful. Come back up onto your hands and your knees and let's head to a down dog. Toes tuck under, hips go up and back. When you get there, pedal the legs, bend one knee and then the next, back and forth a few times. Allow yourself to just open up where you might feel tight today, stiff today. Let's take our right foot to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip up. Ooh, another pop from my hip. And switch sides, right foot comes down, left leg lifts up, bend your knee, open your hip up. Keep your fingertips and your toes active. Beautiful. Left foot down. One more time, right leg lifts up, bend your knee, open up. And this time we're going to bring our right foot all the way through, right between our hands, lower the back left knee down. And you're just staying on your fingertips or you have blocks underneath your hands if you're a little bit more tight today. So inhale, melt your heart and kind of lift your gaze forward. With your exhale, round, shift your hips back, flex your right toes back. So dynamically moving between the two poses. Inhale, hips draw forward, gazing forward, kind of lift through your heart. Exhale, shift back, flex your front right ankle, Ardha Hanuman, bow in. One more time. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Breathe into your hips. Exhale, hips go back. Lengthen your spine as you come forward, Ardha Hanuman. Let's pause here a couple extra breaths. Breathe into your hamstring. Keep the hips pretty level. And you can always bend your front knee if you're really tight. Let's rebend our front knee. Wiggle your right foot over to the right. So you're more in a lizard lunge now. You can flatten your hands on the ground, or you can come down to your forearms. You can be up on blocks, right? Let's relax the back ankle and just do a little movement here. Sway your hips a little bit side to side. Breathe into your joints. Nothing should hurt. Everything should feel accessible. So you don't want to be going to your deepest stretch you've ever done. Not necessary. And then find a place that feels good and you can pause. So this front foot, you never want your knee in front of your toes. The foot's nice and flat. And for this last part, if you wanted to roll to the outer edge of your right foot, you can try that. I'm going to stay up on my hands today because I don't feel like I have to go any deeper, right? I'm getting a good stretch right here. Take a couple more moments in this lizard stretch. Relax around your neck, your face. Follow your breath. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Beautiful. You're going to turn to the sole of your right foot if your right foot was rolling open. You'll bring your back left knee in. The knee is now right below your back hip, or thereabouts, right? So it's more a boxy shape in your body. And you can again use a block lower to your forearms here. This is not going to feel like the deepest hip stretch. It's more front hamstring. But it's amazing for your lower back. Do you have lower back tension? I know I do a lot of different days. So helping to stretch open around the sacrum. You might not feel anything there while you're doing it, but just know that the pose is doing its magic. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Crawl back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and we're stepping right into down dog. Switch sides, left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, bring your left foot forward between your hands. Might have to take a couple steps to get it there. Lower the back knee down. You can always pad that knee if it's feeling tender. And then we'll move that dynamically. So inhale, heart stretches forward, hips kind of moving forward. Exhale, shift back. Fold over your front, straightened out left leg, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, hips shift back. Pull your left toes back, lengthen your spine. One more time. Inhale. And shift back, exhale. Pause here. Breathe into happy hamstrings. Spread your left toes, go a little deeper. You can just feel that opening up your calf, your ankle. All right, rebend your front knee, wiggle the foot to the left. You might need to inch your back right knee back to start. It can be on your forearms, your hands. And then again, just move within the pose for the first couple breaths. Let everything have time to loosen up. Once you've done that, find a position that you can hold for a couple more breaths. If you want to roll to the outer edge of your left foot, you can do that. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Nice work. Sole of your left foot is flat. Bring your back right knee in so it's right below your back hip, your tailbone. And we lower down to our forearms. And again, block underneath your arms if you can't come all the way down. I encourage you to let your head relax, let your fingers relax, breathe into your hamstring. If you have tight hamstrings, you'll definitely feel this in the left one. Think about your lower back growing spacious here. I love some of these poses are doing work in places in the body you're not actually feeling it happen right now, but you're going to get the benefit no matter what. So showing up, doing the work is all you have to do. The rest is going to happen organically for you. Lots of us are programmed to want immediate response, right? Unfortunately, yoga is not always that way. Crawl up onto your hands, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, press to down dog. And we'll shift into a plank with the knees down and lower to our belly, nice and slow. Do a couple cobras to release the spine. Shoulders roll down the back. It's a baby cobra. We're not pressing into our hands. Elbows back and together. Heart lifts. Feet press down. Exhale, lengthen your chest as you're reaching it forward and down to the mat. Lift up again. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lengthen to come down. One more time. Inhale, cobra. Once you come up, lift your hands off the ground. Squeeze the elbows back in together. Breathe. If you want a little bit more, lift your feet for 3. Keep breathing. 2. Exhale everything down. Press your hands in your knees. Press back to a brief child's pose. And then we're coming forward onto our sitting bones. We're almost there today. Reach your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet, reach up to the sky, lengthen and fold. So a simple fold over the legs. I want to show you a version using a bolster if you have one, or a folded up blanket or pillow. Simply place that bolster on your legs, lengthen, fold. A lot more restorative. Let your body relax here. Folding helps flush all of our internal organs, helps them reset. You feel your whole back body open, but the inner body is getting kind of a hug, a squeeze. Think about releasing the gunk in your organs that might be slowing them down. Couple more breaths here. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Relax something. Go a little deeper. Try to find one more thing. You can soften your neck, your jaw, your hands, your toes. Beautiful. Peel up. If you have a bolster, you might use it for the end of our practice today. Bend your knees. If you're using a bolster or blanket, feel free to place it right below your knees. You'll use it here in a moment, not quite yet. And we're going to roll down, either hands out or simply aiding yourself by grabbing your thighs. Let's take one more little pose here. Happy baby. You reach for the outer edges of your feet. Knees go wide. Feel free to rock a little bit side to side. If this is too much, you can always bring your feet closer together, working towards opening the feet up so the feet are right above your knees. The elbows are inside the legs. A lot of people try to reach from the outside, and that makes it very difficult. Beautiful work. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a little hug, nose to knees. Deep breath in. And spread out on your mat for Shavasana. The bolster will go below your legs if you're using one for a little bit extra support for your lower back. Hands reaching to the sides, palms turning up. And I encourage you, if you have some extra time, do spend as much time as you have today in Shavasana. Super restorative. Reconnect back to your intention. If you forgot it, it's a good time to set a new one for the rest of your day. And this is where our practice will And together, bring your hands together, just placing thumbs at your forehead center, igniting inner knowledge, inner truth, finding gratitude for the time you spent today. In your mind, say to yourself, I am willing, I am ready, I am open to receive. And I thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Let go. Enjoy your Shavasana. See you next time.